That's what it shows us.
No. 250 hours.
Almost anyway.
Just to remind you that this performance it's a relaxed performance. That means the lights are going to stay like this. There's not going to be any sudden loud noises. There's a relaxed attitude to movement or noise in the audience to benefit those who can't stay still and silent. If at any point you need to take a little break or even dash to the loo, just hop out those doors and then come back anytime within the hour. This is Isla, who is our wonderful BSL interpreter, who's providing BSL for this hour. Those are the main things. I'm Chloe, I'm the manager. If you need any help, I'm just going to be over there. And I think that's it. So I will now hand over to Reese, our very capable GM, and our players. Cool.
Hello everyone and everyone watching on the stream. My name's Reese, I'm the Game Master for this hour and for the next 5 hours. Here's a basic rundown of how the game works. Everyone on this table that you see apart from me plays a character, and they are able to make decisions and influence the world through the randomness of dice rolls. My role as the Game Master is to determine how well they do, determine on what they roll on those dice. I'm also there to describe the environments, run NPCs, and the monsters. Our story so far, the crew of the Spirit of the Horizon, which are people who you are playing, came across an island as a scientific research vessel. They decided to explore the island, and during the process of which discovered a tablet, but also awakened a old god. In the process of fleeing, the old god gave pursuit, and in a last-ditch attempt to escape, they read the tablet, which, to unknown magical effects, transported them to this new world. While doing so, the captain of the ship had the very essence of her being sucked out of her. Once arriving in this world, you made your way to an island which turned out to be the shell of an egg of a giant turtle, or so the legend goes. You encountered some prisoners who turned out to be pirates, but also slavers. You freed them, and they have instructed you that they will direct you to a place where you can find a map to a city where they will meet you. And that's where we left off. You've been sailing for about a day now, and it's beginning to come towards the end of the day. The sun is beginning to set, and as the boat gently sways against the waves, you can see the ship that's guiding you just off in the distance. When they stop, and Aladine, the young wood elf who sits up in the Cronus, yells out, "Land ho, port side!" You look out, and there is a small island, mountainous in areas, but does appear to have a small port attached with a village. From what you've been told, this is where you will find the wreck of a ship that contains a map. The ship changes course and heads towards the island. As you approach, I'd like everyone to make a perception check.
Oh, that's cut. There we go. Okay.
Oh, do you want to start?
How are we doing over there, Alex?
I rolled a 2, so 1.
You have -1 wisdom, -1 perception.
Can I know who's
Great.
so bad at seeing things?
So you
For
rolled
the
a
benefit
10.
of the live
Oh, I'm sorry. This
Yeah.
is an opportunity for our characters to introduce themselves.
Oh, cool. I'll go first since I've been my character before. I'm Brina. Hi. Everything's fine. Nothing's gone wrong so far. It's all fine. I'm in the research department on the ship. Yeah, it's all been fine. No, nothing bad's happened. We've not been attacked by giant bugs or anything. It's been okay. It's been fine.
I am Barakas Kholadin. I go by Khola.
Good.
I'm security on the ship, and I'm waiting for bad things to happen.
Come to the right place. I am Vite Brightstone. I am a dwarf warlock. I am a sneaky, magical thief who has made his way onto the ship through not necessarily legal means.
I am Erdan, an elf wizard, and I am here to discover what it is like to go on a journey with characters such as yourselves.
He's just joined my research department in magic and focusing on that. Considering what's happened, we decided his knowledge was probably quite useful.
That is entirely fair.
I'm very knowledgeable.
Can I get your scores for your perception rolls?
16.
16?
13.
13.
18.
What?
Your character, Alex, is pronounce his name again for me?
Vite.
Vite. Vite's rather. He's a lot more interested on the treasure that he's heard has been brought onto the ship from their last adventure, while the rest of you are more curious about the next step in our journey upon this island. Looking out across the island, you see on the far side, the northern side of the island is actually rather mountainous. And then coming closer towards you, you see a woodland, which has appeared, you can just about see the outlines of what appears to be an area where a lumber mill is beginning to deforest part of the forest. And then closest to you, you see the dock and a small, ideal little village that appears to be half constructed. In the docks, you see one large ship that appears to be taking up most of the dock, which means you will not be able to dock up directly. You're going to have to anchor and take a boat to the shore. And you also see one smaller boat that's easily piloted by about 3 to 4 people.
The small boat's on the island, or it's with us?
The small boat is on the docks next to the larger boat.
On the docks next to the large boat, okay. Thank you.
Does it look the same as the large boat?
No, it's much, much smaller.
Is it made
It's
out
a
of
completely different design as well.
Cool.
Is it made out of the same materials, or like
Wood.
the same kind of wood? Yeah, but the same kind of wood.
One appears to me a much darker wood.
Okay.
Is actually probably a lot more weathered as well. It appears that this ship has seen a lot more travel than the smaller one.
Okay.
So the acting captain drops anchor and instructs you, our party, to go ashore as the sun sets and see if there is any way to collect supplies, both to repair the ship, but also the food stores are beginning to run low. It would be a wise idea to try and restock. Also, you've instructed that there has been a shipwreck around this island. Maybe the locals would have some knowledge of where to locate this.
Cool. Who knows what we're looking for on that ship? Does all the crew know?
All the crew has been informed that they are looking for a map.
Right. Well, as reluctant as I am to say this, I've been picked to help with this, so let's get on a boat and head over to the island. It's going to be fine. Brina is also clutching a book really close to her. You can't quite make out what it is, but she's hugging it. It's not her spell book.
Who would like to row the boat?
Khola volunteers to row the boat.
Excellent. Can you make an athletics check for me?
Sure. 15.
We're not running.
Excellent.
We don't row.
You're a strong fella. Like,
Thanks, babe.
it's not a hard task for you to get there within a couple of minutes. You pull up and there's a lower section for the dock where you can just pull up with your rowboat and disembark. What would you guys feel like doing?
I nod to Brina. I say, what happens now?
Oh, well, we need to find out where this map is. Which is on the shipwreck. We need to find out where. We need to find out if we can get some wood, and we need to find out if we can get some food. Because obviously, after the battle, there were lots of repairs that need to be done to the ship. Because there are holes in it, and that's not great for a ship.
Okay.
So, I suggest we should go to the lumber mill, because if we go to the lumber mill, then we can talk to people there.
Maybe we should start with this big ship that's right here and see whether they've got any food.
And dismantle it.
There's no point in putting food on a ship that's not going to stay afloat for much longer.
So we scrap the big ship.
I'm not scrapping someone's ship, no. There's a lumber mill right there.
Could I go around town and ask who's in charge of the big ship?
Of course, you disembark and get onto the docks, and this place is eerily quiet.
Mm-hmm.
There are no people, no signs of recent commotion. It's quiet.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Like, there's not a soul in sight.
Make a perception check.
3.
Kind of distracted by you looking up at the ship. Yeah, we could dismantle that. Completely ignoring anything else around you.
Okay.
Could I tentatively get off the boat?
Yes.
And can I roll a survival? Is there earth and sand and stuff around the dock?
Just off the docks, yes. You've got the 2 ships.
Can I roll survival for any tracks?
Absolutely. So you head off the dock and to...
Not quite off the dock.
Not quite off the dock. To a point where you can see dry earth.
Yeah. 18 plus 1 is 19.
There are tracks. Humanoid. A lot of them seem to have been a couple of days old. There are a couple of tracks that
Did you follow him?
appear to be
Okay, he's with me.
staggered in their movements. They are dragging their feet. They're not direct as most footsteps you've seen are.
What do you see these? I don't follow, but you've got to tell me when you want to do stuff, by the way. Right, okay, so do you see these? They look like they were dragging their feet. What do you know anything about this, or are you not sure? Are you just...
It seems that it was someone who was struggling to move around, medium weight, 2 feet.
Yeah, like that's...
Not sure what species though.
No. Although from what...
The tracks you've seen don't seem to have any particular direction either. They go in all directions, to the docks, into town, along the road.
It looks like it might be people moving cargo, to be honest. Like, it might not be anything too untoward, just heavy cargo.
You also see by the very edge of the docks is a building. No lights are on, the door is open, and you look out over the town and there are no lights on either. The sun is beginning to set, and this is odd.
I'd like to point that out to these two.
How tall's the building though?
Most of the buildings you're seeing are 1 story. They're at their tallest, probably around 9 to 10 feet tall.
Okay. Fine.
Seems like we need stuff. Seems like we've been sent here to get stuff.
Seems like we can just loot this town.
I'd like to try and find out if anyone's here before
I
we
don't
just
have a
go
problem
ahead and
with
loot the town.
Alright, fine. I'll give you a 10-minute head
Look,
start.
if no one's here, then sure.
Sure.
But we need to.
You're
to
the boss
ask.
lady. You go ahead. I just move stuff.
Great.
Are there any crates or anything on the dock?
There are.
Cool, I'm going to crack one of those open.
I'm gonna run
they
back
appear
as soon
to
as I
be a collection of some ripened vegetables. You crack open another crate. It appears to be lumber. Tick.
We can't-
Supplies.
We can't
Not a lot, but some.
We can't just take it. We need to ask.
I think it's like the town's version of a golden handshake.
They just leave cargo lying around, offering to anyone who washes up.
Look, it's
here.
their culture.
Okay, so
What would you like to do?
Vite just says, "Does anyone have a problem with me taking this stuff?" Okay, thanks.
That gets it.
Okay.
We're both kids.
Make a perception check for me, Vite.
Can I make
Oh,
a perception
shit.
check for that as well?
Oh,
Yes.
fun.
Vite and Brianna, make a perception check for me, please.
17.
17.
You don't actually hear and see anything still.
Cool.
Alright.
I'm gonna basically be like, this is ours now. And I'm not gonna move it onto the ship or anything, but just sort of,
Like, put a post-it note on it.
yeah,
You can put in a small
like just
This is
tag
property
it.
of the Spirit of the Horizon.
Yeah, it has now officially become mine. I do like my tag on it in chalk,
Excellent.
big VB,
VB. Vite Brightstone.
and I pick up a piece of that fruit
Mhm.
and I
You
just
could
munch it.
shoot off a
Excellent.
fireball into the air if you're
Yeah.
thinking of like a flare type thing.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I would like to maybe just to make sure that there's nobody there before we start taking things that aren't ours.
Got my name on it.
Shoot a firebolt in the sky.
As a
Eventually attract
a
anybody
flare?
to be there as a flare.
Absolutely. You don't need to make a spell attack roll. Just fire a firebolt straight up into there. This will clearly be seen by
Anybody
people
who-
back on the ship. And
Can you aim it out
Most
to the
people-
ocean so we don't set the dock on fire?
Yes.
Yeah.
this, you extend out your hand. The little spark of red arcane energy leaves your fingertips, and there's this bright fireball that floats across the air into the ocean and then out.
We're just going to wait, see if anyone
Yeah.
responds to that.
Well, in the meantime, we're going to smash it with the crates.
No!
I think let's
As-
just see what's in them. Yeah,
You're
See what's in
standing
the shop,
around
don't
on
take
this
anything.
dock.
maybe eat
Okay,
some
fine.
of it.
As you're standing around on this dock, you two, out of the corner of your eye, you see a figure, a humanoid, stagger out from the side of one of these buildings. And then there's another one from the other side. And two more follow that one.
This is probably fine. Stop going through the crates, please. There are people here. Thank you.
You look at them. Everyone roll insight.
Anyone?
Everyone.
Is
18.
that oh yeah, good.
You get 20.
He got an unnatural 20.
I'm sorry.
5.
5.
I got
Wow.
19.
Okay. You three see that they're not. Their intentions aren't very clear, but their movement is sporadic. It's without purpose, but they are heading in your direction. Something did attract them. You can't really discern anything. They just look like humanoids approaching you.
Okay. I am a tiny, tiny gnome.
Mhm.
So,
Um,
could someone else... oh no. Could you try and say hello to them?
They're getting closer.
Try and say hello to them, at least.
Okay. So.
Do it.
Hello? Can you
As
understand me?
they approach, you see that these creatures are gaunt in face.
Oh, they're zombies. Great.
Can I say,
Their
I go behind
eyes.
him. I'm like 6 feet behind you, okay? With axes at the ready. Because you want to play nicely diplomatic, fine, whatever. But I know of experience. Kill
Fine.
stuff.
I am going to grab
Let's see
Erden's
that.
arm and say, back behind those two. And then we're
Just
gonna
give
move
it a
back.
moment. There's creatures, and you see all of them are like this now. Their eyes are white. Where their skin is exposed, it appears that it's gone pale.
Oh, I should have thrown my hand
And
at them.
fungus
Yeah,
has
back
begun
to
to
you, go.
grow upon them,
We've all been there.
They're not able to communicate with you, but they're looking at you and they look hungry. Okay, so I will allow you to get one axe throw off.
Yeah, just the hand axe.
Just the hand axe.
While he's doing that, can we run behind him?
Absolutely.
Great.
Let's
Cool.
do that.
What am I rolling for that? What do you want me to do again?
You need to make an attack roll, so get your d20.
Okay.
Roll it.
At 12.
Okay, and then you'd add your spell attack, your attack modifier, which is +4, so that would be a 16.
16 then.
That hits.
Excellent.
Roll damage, which is no.
Oh, no, sorry, it's a
D8.
1d6.
D6, which is
No,
the normal
Oh,
Go
the
on,
hand
damage.
axe, sorry.
Could we have the spellcast, please?
Yes, it's missing 5 of them because
3.
I've got them. But,
3.
They're mostly warlock spells, so.
Okay, we should
God
be okay.
damn it.
Just one. You need
Okay,
assets.
so we're going straight into initiative order now.
How far away are they?
They are around 25 feet away from you as the closest one, and the others are about 5 feet behind that.
Are they on the dock yet?
Not quite.
Okay.
Is it a level field?
It is a level field.
Okay.
Okay, so top of the initiative order is Erden.
What about?
You are very first in our combat order,
Okay.
so it means that you get to make your move first.
Decide your spell and I'll find that spell first.
Okay, so.
So remember, these ones cost 2 points each to cast. You've got 14 points. These ones cost nothing.
Okay, so yeah, how about we start with an acid splash and see what that does?
Perfect, because you've got that already.
Excellent. So read to me how Acid Splash works.
You hurl a bubble of acid, choose one creature within range, or choose two creatures within range that are within 5 feet of each other.
There are two that are within 5 feet of each other.
So these are the ones. A target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d6 acid damage.
They rolled a 4 and a 13. What's your DC?
What's my DC?
13.
13.
That's right.
Okay. Their dexterity is -1. So, -2 actually. So both fail. Roll damage.
That's good to know, thanks.
Yeah, roll your damage, so you need to roll, what does it say here? For your damage, it says does 1d6 acid damage, that's a normal dice. Roll that. Whatever the number is, that's how much damage they take. Yeah.
Oh, come on.
1.
Wow.
Ice knife's missing from the spell card.
So you hurl this little bubble of acid through the air, and it lands between these two zombies. And when it does, it coating them all, and it does make a lot of impact, but you do see them start to just as the acid is eating away at them. Okay, next up, Brina.
Great, me, who has no attack spells. Lovely. Right, I like to. I think I have 1. Yeah, I have Firebolt, so I would like to cast, which is good because we can both share that. I'd like to cast Firebolt at the whichever one's closest to me, and I'm going to shoot it off.
The one that has been injured and currently has an axe embedded into its chest.
Is there another one nearby that? Or?
There's one that's 25 feet away from you, and behind that, in a row of 3, are 3 other zombies. 2 of which on the right-hand side have been injured by acid.
Cool. I would like to take the furthest right, please, of that row.
Excellent.
My spell. That's 11.
11 to hit.
Yeah.
That'll hit.
Thank God they're zombies.
So roll damage for me.
I will. I shall. Find my D10. Yeah, 3. Great.
3.
Really knocking chunks out of them here.
So the fire damage hits, and the creature really reels from it. As you extend your fingertip out, the sparkle of red energy flies through the air and hits it directly in the shoulder, and it yells out a massive scream of pain.
They don't like fire, guys.
Sweet. Good to know.
Remind me of your character goes by
Hola.
Hor.
Hola.
Hola.
No one gets it right.
Hola.
It's fine. Yes, I would like to use rage, which gives me
You go into a rage. So you take a moment, the rage seeps over your eyes, go red. You advance into battle with...
I get advantage on strength checks and saving throws, but pertinently +2 to damage rolls.
Absolutely.
So I would like to use my battle axe and just hack and slash.
Absolutely.
Which zombie has the lowest hit points?
The one that's, well, you don't know.
Well,
But the one that's looking most damage is the one that's just been hit by fire.
I'll go for that one.
Alright.
Cool.
Doing so would potentially provoke an attack of opportunity because you have to go past one of the other zombies to get to
I
it.
have wisdom 8, so I'm gonna go for it.
Alright, so you're running up
Fair
with
enough.
your great axe after the one that looks the most damaged.
Yep.
As you do, you go past one of them. What's your AC?
AC is 15.
That'll hit.
Oh, fuck.
You take 4 bludgeoning damage as this zombie's fist reaches out towards you.
I get resistance to bludgeoning damage.
You do, so that's half down to 2.
Cool, sweet. Can I bring
Yeah.
You can now make your attack towards the other zombie.
Sweet. Roll a 4.
4 plus,
Well, what do I get for just today?
it would be your attack roll.
So what is it?
Plus 4.
Yeah, plus 8, yeah.
That will just hit.
Jeez, okay, fine. We'll take it. Just got it. Good thing they're just standing targets.
Pretty much.
4 damage.
4 damage. Plus your rage bonus.
Oh, 6 damage, yes, of course.
6 damage. Very nice. You come up with your battle axe, is it?
Yep.
Battle axe and just dig it clean into this thing's shoulder, ripping it out. You see, as you pull out from the wound, you see that there's fungus growing within this creature. It seems to be completely taken over by this alien plant.
Okay.
Is
the creature dead?
Nope. Still standing. Brightstone, you're up.
So there's the one with the axe embedded in its
Which
belly,
is the closest one to you.
to me. Then there's Crispy,
Crispy.
and then there's another one that
There's one
hasn't
that's been
touched.
completely untouched, and one in between those that has a slight bit of acid damage.
Okay. So I'm going to point at the one that hasn't been touched, and I'm going to say, "Not today, plant boy," and I'm going to cast Hellish Rebuke.
Hellish Rebuke. Read me how Hellish Rebuke works.
I point my finger. The creature is damaged. The creature. Oh, it has to be damaged by it.
You have to be
Oh,
damaged
man.
by it.
Damn. That's the reaction.
Yes.
Okay. In which case, I will cast Eldritch Blast instead.
Classic.
Excellent choice.
Classic warlock.
I don't like taking damage.
No, Eldritch Blast is a great spell. I'm not mad at it.
It's a fantastic spell.
I love a good Eldritch Blast. Which we don't like as well,
Dude.
What do you
7.
do?
7. Excellent. So, you extend your finger out, and there's this moment where there's a crackle of blue energy, and this ball flies out and hits it directly in the chest, passing through it, causing this force damage. Now it's their turn. So, the one that currently has an axe embedded in its chest continues. Actually, no. You run past it and it hit you, so it's going to go after you again, Hol. So, it's going to turn. It's going to make an attack towards you. A 19 to hit. So that's going to beat your armor class and hit you. And for 5 bludgeoning damage, half down to 2.
Okay, cool.
So this thing comes up and just starts wailing on your back, but you're this brute of a tiefling just
Scratching my back.
standing
It's cool.
there, taking
Yep.
it.
I couldn't reach there anyway. It's fine.
Oh, yeah,
Then the one that's in front of you that you dug your axe into is also going to make an attack. 6 plus 3 is not going to hit.
spell.
The other two are going to advance forward towards you three.
Uh-oh.
Who was at the front of that?
We ran backwards. He was at the front.
I'm still on the dock.
Yeah.
Yeah, when
They
we ran
won't
behind you.
make it to you in this turn, but they are moving towards you. There are two that are moving towards the dock and two that are around you.
Yeah.
Back to the top of the initiative is Erden.
Wait,
So I could stealthily sneak around them, but I don't want to leave you behind. So I will stay and use a chill touch spell.
Chill touch spell.
Yeah.
Excellent. So you're going to read to me chill touch very quickly?
Alright, you create a ghostly skeletal hand in the space of a creature within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the creature to assail it with the chill of the grave. On a hit, the target takes 1d8 necrotic damage, and it can't regain hit points until the start of your next turn. Until then, the hand clings to the target. If you hit an undead target, it also has disadvantage on attack rolls against you until the end of your next turn.
Nice.
Oh wow, that's
That's
fantastic.
perfect.
That's a good
Yeah,
spell.
well done.
Okay, make your spell attack roll. So roll your d20 and add your spell attack modifier.
And that's +5.
Come on!
Natural 1.
Oh.
So just so you know, natural 1 is always going to be a failure. If you roll a 1, it's always going to be. If you roll a 20, it's always a success. But you would be opposite.
You
So,
extend out your hand, make the somatic element gesture, and say the incantation, and the spell just fizzles out in your hand. You feel a cold rush go up your arm. Okay.
you spend no
Brina.
spell time, right, Brina is again going to slightly panicked, fire off a firebolt. Is the one that she hit before still standing?
All of them are still standing.
Which one's closest towards us now? Is it that one?
It's the two that have continued onwards. One that was damaged by acid, the other one was hit by an eldritch blast.
Alright, okay, I'm going to go for the one that was hit by acid, please.
Of course.
22.
That'll hit.
Just about.
Just like
Right, it's 1d10, right? Yes, it is. And that is 6 damage.
on a firebolt.
On a firebolt, yes. Sorry, did I not say that? Apologies.
It's okay. So 6. Once again, they do not enjoy that fire damage, and it
I can take it.
reels out in awful pain. You see as the firebolt clearly takes off one of its limbs, and it just sits there burning on the sand. Okay, next up. Holler.
You tried.
I tried.
It's okay, it's fine. I don't know how lenient you want to be with cookie requests from your players, but
Go for it.
well, since I have one enemy in front of me and one right behind me,
Mhm.
could I go for a 180-degree slice?
Technically,
Strength 15, athletics 4.
rule of cool.
Yeah, roll a
Tell
cool.
you what,
Yeah.
roll your attack.
Okay. 18 plus 4, 22.
18 plus, that'll definitely hit. Now roll your damage.
Okay. 5.
5. Excellent. So that'll be
Oh, plus 2, 7.
7, yeah.
Because of rage.
excellent.
I'll allow it.
So, you, after pulling your axe out of this creature's shoulder, seeing this one come up behind you and just start wailing on your back, you're like, I'm not having any of this. Clean across this one's chest, and as you turn, you dig into the side of the other one as its moldy intestines begin to fall out of its side.
Nice.
Cool.
One of them has to make a save. Fails dramatically. The first one you hit, as you've reeked across its chest, you see its chest cavity open. Its last broken breath escapes it and it falls limp in front of you.
So,
Cool.
can I, as a free action, grab its heart and eat it?
I feel like that's a constitution thing.
You've picked it up at the
Okay,
moment.
fine. We'll leave it for next time then. Okay.
Brightstone, you're up.
How far away from me are any of them?
There are two that are currently around 10 feet away from you.
Okay. How close are we to the water?
You're on a dock. They are just about to get onto the dock. The dock is raised about 5 to 6 feet above the water's edge.
Okay. I am going to. They've all been damaged in some way, haven't they?
Yes.
Cool. The one with its axe in it. Oh, this is never going to work. The one with its axe in it. I'm going to cast Charm Person.
Okay.
Humanoid.
Sure.
It's humanoid shaped. I have a wisdom of 9.
And Brina has a very high wisdom. so she's
17.
gonna judge you.
What's your wisdom?
I think it's not very high.
It's higher.
I don't know why you rolled, because it's a saving throw for Charm Person.
Yeah, sure. Wisdom.
Also, it's immune to the effects.
Okay. Now I know
so
that.
you go out, speak the incantation, and expect this creature to suddenly become very friendly to you, but is pursuing onwards towards you, very hungry and hostile. Excellent. Next up are the zombs. One has been completely taken out by you. The next is going to make its attack again towards you, the one that you've just hit in the side and has parts of its intestines falling out.
Okay.
So 8 plus 3 will not hit. So this creature just starts wailing, but all you're doing is just batting it away with the side of your axe, like it's just like tennis.
Fair. Can I, at that point, I'm assuming tennis hasn't been discovered yet. Can I, in that moment, invent tennis?
With a zombie heart, yeah,
It's
of
like,
course.
you know what? This might catch on. I get into this.
And I'll call it.
We'll start with zombie heads, and then as time goes, like, no, this could be simplified.
Yeah.
We'll start with, pigs' heads, and then we'll go into like.
But this is for after combat.
This is just head cannon. This is my head.
This
while
is
I'm doing
head
this.
cannon.
Fine, sure.
Cool.
Excellent. Then it's the two that are approaching the dock. One is going to go towards the creature that's been dealing fire damage, and the other is going to go towards you, Brightstone. So the attack.
Can I react to that when they attack me?
Yes,
I'm going to cast shield as well.
you can. So do you cast shield?
I do cast shield.
It was 3 plus 3, so
Oh,
6.
she's still going to cast shield anyway because it's completely in character.
This creature begins to approach you, and you cast shield, and it just tries to push through but can't. And then towards you, Brightstone, is a critical success.
You also have shield, so if you want to...
Hellish
It's going to win
rebuke.
anyway, so...
The damage for my attack still goes through,
Yeah, I know.
which is 11 bludgeoning damage.
Sweet.
You can, but he's critical success, so it doesn't matter.
And now
Save
it's
it.
Hellish Rebuke, which is
How much
dexterity
damage did you
saving
take?
throw. 11.
11 damage.
Who did?
Dexterity saving throw.
Wait,
Just now.
why?
Failed tremendously with a -1.
So you're on 1.
It takes 13 fire damage.
Wait, I need to guess.
You know what? Rule of cool. I've always thought that, that should just be essentially a critical hit for you, so that's doubled.
26.
That's an insta-kill, even if it wasn't. Excellent. So, there are now only 2 left standing. There are now only 2 left standing, and it comes back to the beginning of the initiative order. So, Erden, you're up.
Okay, I'm critically hurt, so I need to take a healing potion.
Which we should be issued with as members of the ship that we established this morning.
What hurt you?
Zombie, was it me that took
No,
that
it was
damage?
towards Brightstone.
Oh, sorry, I
Oh.
thought it was us, never mind.
No,
Show me that.
Cool,
Okay,
sorry.
no, so I'm fine.
you're fine.
And as I was distracted by.
I'm sorry, I should have made that clearer.
Yeah, sorry. No, I'm trying to teach him.
I'm gonna go ahead and try a chill touch again.
Another chill touch.
Yes.
Excellent. So you reach out with expecting this ghostly astral hand to take effect. Make a spell attack roll.
Okay, 15.
That'll hit. Roll damage for me.
7.
Nice.
Not bad. Alright. So you reach out and this cold astral hand grips around the neck of the zombie, digging its sharp fingers into its rotting flesh, pulling it away. That's looking rough.
He also has disadvantage on attack rolls now because he's undead.
Excellent. Alright. Our barbarian friend, what are you wanting to do now? You've got one left standing.
One left standing.
Yep.
Okay. Let's go for rule of cool again. Maybe.
What do you want to do?
So I get my battle axe,
Yep.
and I'm just gonna size it up, check it, and hurl it at the zombie for a headshot.
Alright. Roll,
Which one's roll?
roll an attack.
Okay.
So,
It's gonna be cool.
you... For those who didn't see, that was a critical failure. So you reach back with this axe, but you do it with such ferocity that the axe just goes flying behind you, and you bring your hands forward and they're empty, and you're rather confused by this. I just had an axe, where has it gone?
That happens sometimes. Okay. But please, your turn. Go ahead.
Marina, you're up.
Firebolt, please.
Absolutely.
What's the situation with the zombies?
There's one that's on the dock with you, that's directly in front of you, and one that is in front of. Could the correct pronunciation of your name again, please?
Paula.
Paula.
It's like you're trying to cuff something up.
There's one in combat with Holla, and Holla has just lost his weapon, which is lying behind him, but he hasn't realised that yet.
Okay. Like it's a battle axe, so I'm not going to be able to help him with that. Right, I am going to cast a firebolt at the one closest to me, please.
Okay, make a spell attack.
18.
That'll hit.
I'm rolling all right today, now I've said it. Right, 1d10. 5 damage.
And with that, you extend your finger out, and the same crackle of red energy happens, and it just blows a clean hole in this creature's chest.
I killed it.
You did.
Killed it dead. Except, as Brina.
Okay. Brightstone.
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. There's only one left standing.
Sweet. Come on. 8.
Just hits.
Oh my god, what?
They're zombies, man. Like they're not dodging out of the way of attacks.
They're pretty squish.
10 force damage, and I push it 10 foot using my repelling blast.
How do you want to do this?
I want to push him into something squishy and have him be like squishing a grape.
Like squishing. So you release this Eldritch Blast and it goes flying through the air and hits this zombie, pushing it 10 feet towards the shack that I had described earlier with the open door, and just pushes it clean into the wall, cracking the wood. But then the skull gives way, and there's this beautiful.
Ooh. Brina's.
That's the end of combat.
I'm just going to make a Constitution saving throw as Brina to see if she throws up.
Throws up, of course. Brina's nervous stomach.
Brina's nervous.
Everything.
Full stop. 16, so it's just.
Just a little baby butt into your mouth. Excellent. Okay, thank you.
Good job, everyone.
What do you feel like doing now? After taking care of these creatures.
I say we steal all the stuff and get off the island.
There we go.
Can I chop one of the heads as a souvenir?
Of course.
I'm working on something.
Cool.
I have an idea. Cool. So I take one of the heads with
Our
me.
ship is just going to be
idea could you
full
possibly have
of
with a zombie
severed
head?
heads.
I have a zombie head and 2 axes. Give me time. I'll work it out.
I don't want to know. Oh, we still need to find out where the shipwreck is.
Brightstone, what would you like to do?
We've successfully found some supplies. They're probably not enough, but we should at least tell the people on the ship
Oh,
that
absolutely.
there are supplies here,
Absolutely.
and that there are also
town ripe for the taking.
some squished bugs.
As he's saying this, I'm going to cast message.
Yep, that'll work.
To Golan,
Yep.
our fearless leader, and let him know about the crates we found on the.
You hear? All right. Thank you.
Is someone coming down for them?
Yes.
Great, perfect. Thank you very much.
You look back towards the ship, and they're clearly getting another boat in the water ready.
Captain Golan's already sending people down for them.
Cool.
On to
How's
the
everyone
island.
feeling?
I'm good.
Cool, I'm going to chug my potion of healing then.
Okay.
You go for it.
That's 2d4 plus 2.
Sweet.
How are you feeling? You feeling okay?
I'm feeling.
First
Just
day out
fine.
first day out of the boat, like
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
loving it.
Good. I'm glad
This
someone
guy's a bit
is.
violent though. I'm not quite comfortable around him yet.
Okay.
He'll be fine. We're all on
There
the same
is-
side. We're okay.
There's definitely more stuff to steal, squish, and decapitate.
So, in the meantime,
Solid.
I'm just rolling this head around like,
Yeah.
I got something here. I can make a game out of this.
We need a table now.
Table.
Table.
I steal a table. There's a whole thing. There's a whole B plot here. It's fine.
Why are you playing with the zombie heads?
Cabin fever, man.
Soon, everyone will be doing it.
We'll sell drinks. We'll have like you don't know this.
There'll be
We'll
t-shirts.
invent a TV. You know what that means yet? We'll invent the alphabet. Like, there's so much happening. Don't worry.
We have an
Invent the
alphabet. We
alphabet.
have several alphabets.
Do we?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Elvish, common. The
I'll
two I can
choose.
think
I
of.
shall put it-
Gnomish. I'm a gnome.
Okay, fine. Sound.
What would the party like to do, seeing that they know there are crew members approaching the island to pick up some of the supplies that are on the docks?
I think we're going to go find clues, more supplies, and find clues about this shipwreck.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go and find some more things to squish.
Okay. You've got the building that you've currently squished a zombie up against. You've also got the rest of the town. And as you look out at the rest of the town, you see that the eastern side of the town is predominantly a building site. It's laid the foundations for more buildings to go up, whilst the centre of town and the western part are fairly well built and appear to be lived in, even though you're not currently seeing any signs of life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Did we see any overgrowth of plants, any cobwebs, things like that?
Not currently, no.
Okay.
So, building-wise,
You've got
towards the east is a building site, towards the west is like actual building.
actual buildings. There appears to be a town hall and an inn.
Let's head to the town hall.
Okay. You make your way into town, and just as you approach, you go up a small path that's around 10 to 15 foot wide, and it leads into a square with a well in the centre. Northern side of the square is the inn, and to the western side of the square is the town hall. You currently don't see any signs of life, no lights are on.
I would suggest we stealth and we'll first go to the town hall because there'll be a bulletin board there. Because, well, theoretically there'll be a bulletin board there and hopefully there'll be some news about the shipwreck still around, maybe?
Maybe they've written zombies on it. Stuck it up.
I was thinking
Well,
things that happened before
And
the
on
zombies.
that, there's clearly a quarantine order on the bulletin board, apparently.
Yeah.
With that, we're going to leave it here. Thank you very much. We'll be picking up again soon. Give a small round of applause for our players and for our BSL interpreter. And I'll back hand over to my stage manager.
Cool. Just very quickly, hi to the guys watching on the live stream. We've got to do a very quick turn around because of late running. So we're just going to be on and then hopefully back on again in about 5 minutes. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming.
Thank you.
We'll switch to double check, but I'm sure that's fine.
Thank you so much for playing.